Your babies. Been a long time. I got kind of hooked on well, going to work again, basically, and you know, I froze up, still freezing up. Anyway, I got hooked on going to work again, and not making a lot of money, not much business out there, and no art. I've done no art, so I really haven't got much art to talk about, really. I did do this, which I think I might have mentioned before, and it's the reason I've been thinking about doing digital art. It's this. Yeah, the colours show up much better in real life than they do on my laptop camera thing. Some vivid yellows, vivid orangey red. That's part of a mermaid. Unfortunately, the printer didn't print the whole picture. It kind of edited it. I don't know why. So, if anybody knows why, please let me know. I don't understand it. You put a picture on, you say print, and it doesn't print all of it. It's quite nice paper as well. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of got a texture to it. It looks a little bit. I can't speak today. I don't know what it is. It's got a canvas effect. It's quite nice. I love the colours and how vibrant they are. And why can't I get those with my paints? The paints all seem to die. So anyway, I've just come in the studio for the first time in a long time. And guess what? It's a flipping mess again. I bought myself a Karcher, what do we call it? Pressure washer. The machine is in the other shed. This is the empty box. Why am I keeping an empty box? One of the mysteries of the universe. That's what that is. Anyway, what I did find I started to clear up was this screwdriver, this old electric screwdriver. It came in this lovely box. I'm standing up and now you can't see me. Woo! Now I'm sliding off. Help! Help! Oh, stand back a bit, shall I? Anyway, there it is. It's a nice box. So sadly, all the heads vanished, but I have still got the attachment for it and the cable. Of course, when cables get I can't get this right. When cables get sitting around a bit, they tend to tie up in knots. That's another mystery of the universe. How do they tie up on knots without ever being, touched by man or woman or child? Anyway, it's not much of a knot. So what I'm going to do is, that looked a bit rude. Sorry. I'm going to find the plug hole. There it is. And I'm going to plug it in over there. That's one of the few sockets I've got left. Turn that on. Have I got a light? Well, I better turn the main switch on. With the reset button. I've got one of those plugs up there, one of those sockets, which is a fuse. Oh, we have power. We have a light. Oh, that'll be good if that works. I'll have 2 electric screwdrivers then. I mean, how many electric screwdrivers does a girl need? I also found 2 friends. I found Woody and Wonty. What? What What am I laughing at? Well, I made a joke. I thought it was quite funny. Woody, won't he? Because your name's Woody. And she's saying, won't he? Woody, won't he? But I don't know. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know. What do you got to say for yourself? Nothing. Yeah, you see? Yeehaw! And what you got to say, Woody? What? Well, I think he's speaking some kind of new language, because I don't know what he said. So I'm just going to. You just sit up there, babes. Mateys. Don't get too friendly with each other, because we don't want little baby woodies. Have enough trouble with woodies. I'm sorry. The humour is just so based. So anyway, I don't know. It's a nice case, isn't it? It's a nice case. Woolworths Workshop, it says. Rechargeable 2.4 volt cordless screwdriver set. This product conforms to the requirements of relevant EC standards. EC. European Community? They keep changing their name just to confuse people. So anyway, I really don't have a great deal to tell you. I think I might put that in the box. That makes sense, wouldn't it? You think it would? I think it would. There we go. Now put it that way, so we can see the light. That's it. Keep it nice and neat in its box. I could have brought some sculptures out to talk about, couldn't I, if I planned it properly, but I didn't plan it. Left the key in this door all night last night. Very naughty of me. I used to have this cylinder heater thing, which turned round slowly. Well, it should have done. It was the mother-in-law's. We rescued it from her house before we sold it. Yeah, we've sold it. Waiting for the money to come through now. Sold subject to contract. Anyway, this was at the base. The cable went through that bit there. I don't know why it was shaped with only half a semicircle of a hole at the bottom there. And I thought, because I broke it up the other day because it didn't work. I broke it up and put it in the bin. And this came off like that, and I thought, could I make use of that somehow? Something. And that's the problem, you see. I see things, I think, oh, that could come in handy. I don't actually know what they could come in handy for. But I keep them anyway. And that's how your shed gets filled up with stuff. It's currently how my studio has gotten up with stuff. Can't call it a shed because it's not a shed. It's a workshop on that side. It's an art studio up there and along there, or it will be. And this is my office, so it has triple functions. But I don't know how long the art's going to last for, to be honest, because if I don't show it, and I don't show it principally anymore because I just can't be bothered applying to galleries and public places. If you apply to a gallery, you're very lucky to get in. And if they do let you in, they either charge you for the wall or they charge you like something ridiculous like 50-60% of your sale. You wind up not making any money because to make any money, you've got to put your sale price so high that nobody wants it. It seems a self-defeating attitude by galleries, that does. And the other option, of course, is to find a public space. Well, if you're not actually there in that public space, then you're not going to make any sales. So I can't afford to be there every day in this public space. So Yeah, oh my God, I don't know how these people do it. Who do it? They must have rich parents or rich wives or husbands or something. There's some trick they have where they can actually do it full time. I don't understand. Perhaps it's just not meant to be for some people, and for others it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm sure. I see lots of art out there, and I think, well, I could easily do something as good as that. But how do I get people interested? That's the thing. Maybe I'm too long in the tooth. But then some of these great artists of the past, they started quite old. I mean, what's his name? Did the Matchstick Men, Lowry? He was quite old. He just kept going and doing it until eventually somebody saw it and he got lucky. And the rest is history. A lot of these artists, of course, they were like that. They were driven. And, they lived on subsistence, really, until things happened. Van Gogh, of course, famously had his rich brother who kept him going financially so that he could play around being an artist. Oh, well, never mind. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Which then means if I don't pursue art in any way, then what happens to all this? Just keep it as a workshop? What to do all the paintings I've got? Set fire to them? That seems a bit dramatic, doesn't it? So I don't know what to do. Another thing we found from the mother-in-laws, which my wife was going to throw away. So surely got a first aid box. Beautiful, isn't it? Universal first aid. Well, it's got some stuff in it. Well, what do you know? I just broke the hinge. Oh, I think we could fix that. Yeah, that's just the spindle that goes through it. It's gone. But yeah, look. I want to turn this down because I keep having to pick things up to show you. There we go. Bandages. Little first aid packet. I mean, every taxi is supposed to have one of these. Wave rolls in case you have an emergency and want to need first aid on your hair too. I don't know why they're in there. They look like tampons, but they're not. I don't think they are. Timothy B. Mulbine. Gauze. 4M Lang. I think it's German. Oh, and some more. Antiseptic wipes. What's that? Smelling salts. Yeah, that could come in handy. Surgical scissors. Wow, yeah, they're really handy. And some other little scissors in the packet. Antiseptic wipes. Germaline. But to think how old that is, let's have a look. Oh, it looks all right. Looks all right. I'd use it if I had to. That looks like spectacle things. And there's some bandages in here, big rolls of bandages. Latex gloves. But the thing is, even if you didn't use that for first aid, well, there's a project, try and fix a hinge. If you didn't use it for first aid, it's still a pretty useful box, isn't it? But you love those catches, they just turn. Universal first aid. So anyway, my wife for once wanted to throw something away and I said no. There we go. We're both culprits in the hoarding business. Got some rope? I've got loads of rope. Look at that. Loads of rope. Different shoelaces. String. Very nice. You could have fun with that. The green one. Oh, just look at it and get depressed. Where do I start? Where do I start? Getting nowhere fast. And when the tabletop's down doesn't help because you immediately want to put things on it. So I'm going to fold them up in a minute. And I'll do that as soon as I said goodbye because I really haven't got a lot more to say. To be perfectly honest. It's raining, it makes me a little bit depressed. Tomatoes are doing very nice though. Got a couple of red ones, lots of green ones. There's one type of tomato plant which somebody left in the street and we rescued. It's grown quite well, but there's no tomatoes yet. It's got little yellow flowers, so there will be some tomatoes. But I don't know why it's taking so long. The other three, great. The cucumbers, woohoo, they're shooting up. And I planted some seeds, some carrots, lettuce, beetroot, and spring onions. Yes. Carrots, lettuce, root, beet, spring onions. Yeah, just seeds, just to see if I can grow them in a greenhouse because I can't seem to grow them in the garden. So maybe I'm thinking if the lettuce, come up, the beets stay in the pot, so I'll leave them there. But if the lettuce come up, okay, I might just transfer them to the garden. The carrots, they come up, they're in the pot, so I'll just leave them because my cousin Elaine told me that carrots don't like to be moved. Once they're established, that's it. If you move them, kaput. So I'll see if I can grow them. So the plan then for the garden, I was going to go, wasn't I? The plan for the garden is to make some raised beds for the veg plots and hopefully some raised beds down by the patio for the flowers and stuff because we're not getting any younger and, down there on the ground, it's a long way to go. So, and my mother had some new windows put in, so she's given me the old glass, double glazed panes. I've got 4 of them, so they'll make nice cloches, I think. So, yeah, it should be quite productive next year. I need to start building the things sometime this year. I've discovered I like pottering around the garden. Who'd have thought it? Anyway, I'm definitely going to go. I've been waffling on for 18 minutes. So, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, love all, Burton on, and walk in soft shoes. See you, babies.